All right, so it's that time of year again. And you know the drill. The new iPhones are on the horizon, and we're all faced with that big question. Which one should you get? It can be kind of confusing, but listen, this year, the choice between the standard iPhone 17 and the 17 Pro, well, it's going to be more interesting than ever because the rules are totally changing.
And it all boils down to this one simple question, right? Do you go for the standard model or do you splurge and get the Pro? It's the big decision everyone has to make.
But here's the thing. Based on all the rumors and reports we're seeing, the iPhone 17 lineup is going to make that choice, well, it's going to be tougher, for sure, but also way more compelling. There's a huge shift happening that basically rewrites the whole value proposition.
So let's kick things off with the biggest story of this generation. We're calling it the Great Equalizer, because the standard iPhone 17 is apparently getting such a massive upgrade that it's closing the gap with the Pro in a way we have just never seen before.
And here it is, the big one. The headline news is that the base iPhone 17 is finally rumored to be getting that buttery smooth 120 Hz ProMotion display. You know, for years, that was the feature. That silky smooth scrolling was the #1 reason people stretched their budget for a Pro. Well, guess what? It's not a Pro feature anymore. It's about to become the new standard.
And this is where the lines get super blurry. I mean, look at this. Both phones are expected to share that beautiful 6.3-inch 120 Hz screen, the same brightness outdoors, a better front camera, and even faster charging. So the standard experience is going to be anything but standard. It's an incredibly high bar for the baseline model.
So you're probably asking, okay, if the regular one is that good, why would anyone even buy the Pro? And that's a great question. It all comes down to what separates great from specialized. A few key features are what that extra money really gets you. And that price difference is looking like it's going to be about $300. So as we go through the next few things that make the Pro special, I want you to keep that number in your head. Ask yourself with each feature, is this worth a chunk of that $300 to me? All right, let's talk performance. For your day-to-day stuff, scrolling social media, checking email, both of these are going to feel insanely fast. But the Pro is built for the long haul. It's got the better chip, more RAM, and, this is a big deal, a vapor chamber to keep it cool. That means if you're a serious gamer or you're editing video on your phone, it won't start to chug and slow down after 20 minutes. The regular one's a sprinter, but the Pro is a marathon runner.
Okay, cameras, this one's pretty simple actually. It's all about the zoom. Look, both phones are getting amazing main and ultra-wide cameras. Your everyday pictures are going to look incredible on either one. But the Pro gets that third lens, a real dedicated telephoto lens for 4x optical zoom. That means you can get 4 times closer to your subject and the picture stays perfectly sharp. If you love taking zoom shots, this right here might be the reason you go Pro.
Now, this slide is for the real camera nerds and content creators out there. We're talking about features like ProRAW photos and ProRes video. Think of them as super high-quality files that give you a ton more control when you're editing. Here's the bottom line. If you just heard those words and have no idea what I'm talking about, you 100% do not need them. But if you're a photographer or videographer, you know these are non-negotiable.
Okay, this is a sneaky one. Both phones have a USB-C port, right? So they're the same. Except they're not. Not even close. The standard 17 gets old-school USB 2 speeds. Great for charging, but that's it. The Pro gets super fast USB 3.2 speeds, and let me tell you why that matters. Remember those giant ProRes video files? Trying to move one of those to your computer with the standard iPhone would be painful. We're talking maybe an hour. With the Pro, a couple of minutes. It's a huge difference.
All right, enough with the tech specs. Let's make this real. The easiest way to make this choice is to just listen to the next 2 descriptions and see which one sounds more like you.
Okay, so you should grab the standard iPhone 17, no question, if this is you. You're all about social media, streaming shows, playing some games here and there. Your photos are for sharing with friends and family, not for a portfolio. And you're thinking, man, I'd love that super smooth 120 Hz screen, but I don't want to pay $1,000 for it. Plus, a lighter phone is always nice. If that's you, honestly, this phone is a no-brainer. It's all the Pro you'll ever need. On the other hand, you should spend the extra cash on the 17 Pro if you're nodding along to this. You're a creator, and ProRes isn't just a word, it's your workflow. That 4x zoom lens isn't a novelty, you'd use it all the time. You're a heavy-duty mobile gamer who can't stand when performance drops. You need to move huge files fast, and you want to be ready for all the crazy AI stuff that's coming. For you, that extra $300 isn't for perks, it's for tools you actually need.
Okay, so we've looked at the specs, we've looked at who these phones are for, and now we're getting beyond that. It all really comes down to one simple idea.
And here it is. This is the whole story. Because the standard iPhone 17 is getting so good, the Pro isn't just the better phone anymore. It's the specialized phone. So for most people out there, no, that extra $300 probably isn't worth it. But for that smaller group of people who need those specific tools, for them, it's not just worth it. It's absolutely essential.
So that brings us to the final question, and it's one only you can answer. Forget all the hype, forget all the marketing. Just be honest with yourself for a second. Think about what you actually do with your phone every single day. What do you really need it to do? Once you have that answer, you'll know exactly which iPhone 17 is the right one for you.